Hi Reynas, it's me Reyna back at it again with another video. For those of you guys who are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Reyna. I am a new and upcoming pageant analyst, and I just like to talk about pageants, and I like to make new friends who like to talk about pageants. So if you guys want to talk more on a one-on-one basis, my Instagram is linked down in the description box below. Feel free to shoot me a DM. Keep in mind I live in the US, so if you are a Reyna family member from from Asia, I might reply a little later. Go ahead and subscribe if you want to join the Reyna family. I would love to have you. We are here, we're a small family, but we do cultivate positivity, but honesty and unbiased, and no biasism in our family regarding pageantry, our thoughts, our opinions. I encourage you to go ahead and share your thoughts down below. Go ahead and comment your country's flag or name down below so I can root for your girl at Miss Universe. And let's get into this video because we have a lot to talk about regarding Miss Chelsea Manalo, Miss Universe Philippines 2024, and what I think of her and her ability to snatch the crown. So guys, I don't know if you guys can tell I'm smiling. I'm still getting, I don't really like my smile. So I don't smile a lot on camera because I don't really like my smile that much, but Chelsea makes me smile and I'm smiling and I'm like, ah! Okay, so let me tell you guys, I am in love with this girl. I think she is such a sweetheart. She's so cute, so sweet. She has such a great energy, but let's pause. Let's start all the way back from Miss Universe Philippines, okay? So Chelsea Manalo came in, she represented Bulacan, and she represented Bulacan very well at Miss Universe Philippines 2024, this past edition, and she ended up snatching the crown. So I'll tell you guys my thoughts about Chelsea Manalo during that time at Miss Universe Philippines, and then I'll carry you guys all the way to where we are today. So when I first saw Chelsea Manalo, it's hard not to notice her because she's one of the Afro-Filipino contestants at that current edition, or this past current edition of Miss Universe Philippines. And she was one of a few, but she was very stunning. Regardless of her being Afro-Filipina, she was just on her own, very beautiful. And she came from a, maybe not as well represented in the past, province. Is it a province or is it a state? Bulacan. I don't know. I stayed in Bulacan a lot because actually my roommate's family lives in Bulacan, so I stayed there for about almost a month. So I was like, yeah, Bulacan, because I've been there. And she was more of a dark horse. She wasn't a front runner for a lot of people, not for any particular reason, but Chelsea herself tends to be a little bit more reserved. If you've watched Chelsea since Miss Universe Philippines, you know she's a little bit more reserved, a little bit more to herself. She's almost reminiscent of Bea Luigi Gomez in Miss Universe Philippines 2021, in the sense that Bea Luigi was never very outspoken, and not in a bad way, right? Just that's who she is. Some people are more shy, quiet, reserved to themselves, and their personality is a little bit more like they're calm really. So Bea Luigi Gomez was the same way. She was a quiet confidence. She was never too much in your face. She was never too like zoom za. She was very much just a calm confidence. She said, you know, guys, people were kind of worried and concerned like with Bea Luigi Gomez, because I think a lot of us were like, hello Bea, knock are you there? Like, where's your content? And Bea was like,
guys, relax.
She went on to become top 5 Miss Universe, so obviously, well, she shut us up. So Chelsea Manalo gives me very much Bea Luigi Gomez vibes in terms of her personality and her character, right? Still very welcoming like Bea Luigi, very humble, very sweet and very kind like Bea Luigi, and a very quiet confidence. And that is scary in a good way for her in the Philippines, because when a girl doesn't have to do too much, when a woman is confident, a queen is confident in herself, when she knows in her heart what she's capable of doing, and she knows how to perform when it matters the most, it's a problem for everyone else, not for her, for everyone else. So that is a type of queen that Chelsea Manalo is. Let's get a little bit more into it. MUPH comes around, it's the coronation night. Before the coronation night, we have the prelims. Let me just tell you, oh my God. Her swimsuit performance during the preliminaries, I'm gonna put it on the screen. Can we bring it back to that before I say anything else? That swimsuit performance was like,
goddamn, Chelsea Manalo. What the hell?
I mean, sobrang ganda talaga. I was like, whoa! Who's this girl? That's honestly, I mean, I noticed her before that, right? Because she's gorgeous. But that's when I really was like, oh man, I don't know. Stacey Gabrielle was my bias, but when I saw that swimsuit performance and then that evening gown performance and that attitude and that aura and that pasarela, I was like, oh my god, where did this girl come from? She was literally a dark horse. She came out of nowhere, and I was like, well, there goes my favorites list. Like, what the heck? So then came the finale for Miss Universe Philippines 2024. Again, Stacey Gabrielle was my bias, and I was like, go Stacey, go! But then all of a sudden, Chelsea Manalo was like, smack, 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 boom, bow, boom, bow, bow, crown, mine, give it to me. And I was like, oh, well, damn. Didn't see that coming. Well, I kind of saw it coming because the prelims, she was just killing everyone. So I was like, it's murder on the dance floor, guys. It's murder on the dance floor. She just massacred the competition out of nowhere. Her swimsuit performance was so great. She did this little slow-mo walk. We'll talk about that. Or not talk about it, but we'll put it up here. And I thought it was such a unique idea. I did see Stacey Gabrielle do the slow-mo walk a lot. I don't know why she took it out of her finale performance, but we're not talking about Stacey Gabrielle in this video. We're talking about Chelsea Manalo. And she did the slow-mo walk during her swimsuit, and I thought it was such a good idea. I hope she brings it back for Miss Universe. I think it is something that's different. It's classy, it's sultry, it's sexy, and it doesn't take away from the swimsuit performance. You might think that swimsuit should be va va voom, it should be go go go, and I still think Chelsea had that, but having that sultry slow-mo walk in her swimsuit added a dimension to the swimsuit competition that we don't often see, right? We expect swimsuit to be on a Shanice Palacio level, and if it is, it's great. Shanice Palacio has one of the best swimsuit walks. Katrina Gray has one of the best swimsuit walks, right? We can reference those two ladies and their more baba boom fast approach swimsuit competition walks as some of the best swimsuit pasarelas. However, it doesn't mean that you cannot deviate from that and still have a very solid and unique and original performance. In today's world of pageantry, it's really hard to do your own thing or come up with an original, unique twist that still adds and not takes away from your pasarela. And Chelsea Manalo doing her sultry slow walk during the swimsuit competition was adding, not taking away from what we typically see in a swimsuit pasarela. So when it comes to the swimsuit competition, check. Now let's talk about evening gown competition with Chelsea Manalo. And I'm recapping all these things for you guys so that way I can add on to where I think that puts her for Miss Universe. So just be patient with me. It's all going to contribute to my overall thoughts. So the evening gown competition during the finale, Chelsea Manalo stunned us with this beautiful, elegant, simple white gown. I won't say it was my favorite gown ever, but what I liked about it is it was a good gown, okay? But what I liked most about it was the way that Chelsea carried it. Chelsea had such a Miss Universe feel in that moment. In fact, if she replicated that exact performance, exact gown, exact styling all over again at Miss Universe, I believe that she would move forward. I don't remember the formatting for this edition. The formatting is still, it's different. I need to relook into it, but I think that she would move past the evening gown round onto what I think would be the Q&A, correct? So it was a really good performance. There's nothing much to say about that. Now for some constructive criticism. So let me rewind before I get into my constructive criticism.
First and foremost, this channel is all about positivity, it's all about kindness. So when I'm critiquing Chelsea Manalo or any of the other queens, I'm going to say in a way that is hopefully constructive, kind, and doesn't bring the girl down. Because in the event that the girl sees my video, even though I'm a very small YouTuber, I don't want them to ever look down on themselves. Instead, I want them to hear my words as encouragement. And really, I want them to ignore my words. Because be confident in yourself, queen. Don't worry about what I say.
So, before I get into the constructive critiques, I think
Chelsea Manalo's walk is good. She was solid walk, a solid pasarela. Knowing Miss Universe Philippines and knowing how robust of an organization they are, I have followed them since about 2020. They are going to produce Chelsea Manalo's walk and just add to it and make it even better. So I'm not really worried about her pasarela. Her pasarela should not be a problem at all. She knows how to walk, and should she get to the top, and then like top 30 or something, now you guys, should she make it to the swimsuit competition, right, and get past the first cloud. I'm not worried about her swimsuit performance, I'm not worried about her even on performance. She'll do well.
Let's talk about styling, okay? Chelsea Manalo's personality is, like we said, similar to Bea Luigi Gomez. It's more reserved. It's a quiet confidence, not an out loud confidence. And let me say this, there's nothing wrong with being an out loud confident queen either. Shanice Palacio was an out loud confident queen. Catriona Gray was that way. Hernan Sundu was that way. And I think, if you guys remember The Sovereign, do you guys remember the older YouTuber, Sovereign? Not older. Like, I mean, like, you know, she hasn't made videos in about a year's time, which I hope she's okay. But she used to say something that I agreed with very heavily, which is when you show up to Miss Universe, you need to show up as Miss Universe from the very first day. Because Chelsea Manalo is a little bit more reserved and she's a little bit more quiet, right? It's not a problem because Miss Chelsea Manalo is very gorgeous. Her presence necessarily isn't carried in anything but her beautiful face. That girl has a gorgeous face. But because there are going to be girls that are going to be very out loudly confident, very va-va-voom, and on top of that, they're going to look great and they're going to be styled great and they're going to be beautiful as well. Chelsea needs to have styling during the competition and the preliminary activities that is outstanding and needs to match her photo shoots with Seven Barreto because she's a more reserved, a more quiet queen. So we gotta balance that out with more out loud styling. Like that Filipiniano or Terrano, is it called Terreno? Terrano? Okay, sorry po. I don't remember what it's called. Nosebleed ako. But she had that gold arrival, Filipiniano or Terrano. It was gorgeous. That's the type of styling we need to see consistently throughout the preliminary activities for Chelsea, for her to not fade into the back, okay? The thing about Bea Luigi Gomez is she still did well. She got to top 5, but did Bea win? No, she didn't. So one of my concerns recently is a little bit about her styling. I see that Chelsea Manalo has been put in the last 2 days in some very casual outfits. You don't have to do too much, but remember something that the Sovereign used to say, and I'm only echoing these words because I believe in them as well and I agree with them. A Miss Universe shows up as Miss Universe the very first day that Miss Universe starts. That's not the finales or the prelims. It's from the very first day the queen arrives. So I hope to see more out there and a little bit more louder styling from Chelsea Manalo. And the thing about Chelsea Manalo is she doesn't need to start going and pasarellaing, doing her pasarela and like strutting down the hallways of the hotel room and the reception of the hotel and doing the most. She doesn't need to do that because she's so gorgeous and so beautiful that just her face and good styling alone is going to make media flock to her and take her pictures. And I mean, she's also, on top of that, she's the Philippines. The Philippines is a powerhouse country. They're going to want to come to her anyways, but they're really going to want to come to her and give her attention and give her the media attention if she clicks. And with this new era of Miss Universe, with Kun An doing this ridiculous advertisement of the voting system with that, whatever his name is, Kun An is starting to get very Nawat-like. Nawat being like from Miss Grand International. And I'm starting to get concerned that Kun An is looking, starting from preliminary, from day activities, day 1 of arrivals, at what the queens are doing. I don't know how unbiased Miss Universe is going to remain moving forward. And that's why I'm emphasizing that Chelsea Manalo, I don't want her to stay quiet both in personality and in styling during the preliminary activities. I really need to see her in some bold looks because that will balance out the more quiet confidence that she carries, right? Secondly, the next constructive criticism that I'm going to say is speaking. Chelsea Manalo's speaking. I'll be frank and I'll be honest. I have a degree in communications. So please, if you want to argue with me about my opinion, you're welcome to, because it is just an opinion. But I do have a degree in communications. I speak several languages.
And the night of Miss Universe Philippines 2024, I didn't predict her winning, not because she wasn't my bias and Stacey Gabrielle was, but because her answer to me was not the strongest. It just was not.
That being said, that doesn't matter anymore. It's the past. We move forward and then we encourage Chelsea to just keep getting better. It doesn't mean that Chelsea Manalo's answer was bad. It wasn't bad. It just wasn't excellent. I have since then seen her have some interviews with like Tito Boy and other figures in the Philippines, and still even there, I am a little bit concerned about the inflection of her voice. What do I mean by that? What the heck does all that mean? What I mean by that is when you speak, right? There's a certain cadence that your voice has to carry when you're doing public affairs events, or you're speaking to audience members or whatever. So for a Miss Universe, we always see that when we get to the Q&A round and we hear a Miss Universe talk, they talk with a command. Let's recap to some examples. There was a difference between Miss Universe Dominican Republic at Miss Universe 2022 and Arbany Gabriel, Miss Universe USA, who ended up becoming Miss Universe 2022. Miss Dominican Republic had a really, really great answer. In fact, it was a really inspiring answer. But she spoke not like she was nervous, but she was so calm and so chill when she spoke. It was almost too chill. There was no command in her voice. There was no command in her answer and her delivery. And I think that's why she didn't end up getting the crown or even first runner-up. Because to be frank, Venezuela's answer was not better than Dominican Republic's. It just was not. But Venezuela's delivery was better. And we got to remember that these judges, not all of them have a fluency in English, okay? It's just what it is. And a lot of these judges this year, I don't think they have a fluency in English. So they're going to rely on the delivery of the speech from the girl. How are they delivering it? Even Shanice Palacio was confident. Hernaz Sandhu did not have, and I'm half Indian, guys. I come from the exact specific ethnic group that Hernaz Sandhu comes from. She's literally my ethnicity. So I love Hernaz Sandhu. I can sit here and say her English and the delivery of it, the delivery was great. Her English and the way she formed that sentence structure was not perfect, okay? Hernaz Sandhu did not have a perfect in English answer, but her delivery, Hernaz's delivery is something that echoes in my head to this day because it was so powerful. It was so commanding. I worry sometimes that Chelsea Manalo will get into the same issue with Bea Luigi Gomez. Guys, I really see a lot of Bea Luigi Gomez in Chelsea Manalo. I can see Chelsea getting all the way to the top, all the way to the Q&A, and then we run into some issues, we run into some problems. So, I haven't watched any of Chelsea's recent interviews. I'm going to go look into them because I'm going to go look at all the contestants and do a deep dive. But I think it would benefit Chelsea Manalo, and I'm sure that Miss Universe Philippines has already thought of this and they're already working on it because they're Miss Universe Philippines and that's what they do. If she wants to go past just the top 5, she's going to have to work on her wit. She's going to have to work on fast responses, and she's going to have to work on the cadence of her voice and her delivery when she answers. It's good to have a quiet confidence, but it can't be so quiet that we don't hear it. Does that make sense? Don't attack me, okay? Please don't attack me. I'm just giving my opinion and my expertise without being biased. I love Chelsea Manalo. She is one of my sentimental favorites of this year, but I have to be fair and be honest when I'm giving these reviews, and that's why I'm giving that constructive criticism. I also complimented Chelsea, said she has one of the best faces of the year. I mean, she's the face of Asia this year for sure, right? I'm Indian, so I'm gonna have a strong bias towards India, to be honest, because I'm freaking Indian. But I will say that Chelsea Manalo is the face of Asia this year, and probably one of the top 5 faces of the competition. So that, we're not worried about that. Her pasarela, not worried about that. As long as her styling is similar to Miss Universe Philippines, or even better, to be honest, she'll do well. Chelsea Manalo can wear whatever she wants also. When I say styling, I don't mean it has to be something specific. Chelsea Manalo is one of those girls that can kind of wear whatever she wants, and she'll look good in it because she's just so pretty. So she can go with soft styling or very bold, sexy, glamorous MGI type styling. She can do whatever she wants, and I would love to see her kind of go between the two and have variety in her styling because she's such a versatile girl. The other thing why I'm emphasizing styling so much is sometimes we see girls that on their Instagram feed and their social media, their photo shoots are so amazing and so incredible, and then we see the photos and the outfits and the styling at the preliminary activities, and there's just a big difference. Chelsea Manalo got her photos done by Seven Barreto, and he is such an incredible photographer. He is such a good director when it comes to photography. And I've said this in a previous video before, but he is, in my eyes, he's like a legend when it comes to photographing queens. So when you have that quality of styling, direction, and photos from Seven Barreto on your Instagram feed, such as Chelsea Manalo does, you need to match that energy, that styling, and that just the overall image when you show up in real life into events. You just got to. Otherwise, your audience members who aren't Filipino and who are not going to inherently support you just because they're your countrymen, they're going to question what's going on, okay? And as a Miss Universe, you're going to be, if Kun Ann is looking at more than just, if Kun Ann is watching everything the way that Nawat does, which I have suspicion that she is, given some recent videos that she's put out, she's going to need the support of more than just the Filipinos. She's going to need the support of all people because she's going to be Miss Universe, right? So thankfully, I as an Indian support Chelsea Manalo. I will promote her to my Indian country folk and my Americans here in the US and be like, guys, go look at the Philippines. But, you know, let's encourage Chelsea. Let's send her positive vibes. This is not to discourage her at all. She is gorgeous. I mean, sobrang ganda. Sila, niya. How do you say it in Tagalog? Hindi ko alam po. Pero I know she will do amazing. I don't have any doubts. I can see her in the top 5. Let's just see from there what will happen. And let's, you know, give our prayers to Chelsea that she does well, that her journey is easy, and most of all that she has fun and that she enjoys, because truly we want Chelsea to have a relaxed time. We want her to enjoy it, and we want her to make memories, because that's what's most important for these girls, including Chelsea. So Chelsea, we are so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. I'm not a Filipino, but I am so proud of the progress and the work that you have done so far. I know you're going to do well and make your country proud. I know you're going to make me proud, even though I'm not a Filipino, I'm a fan. I know so you're going to make me proud too. You already are. And being someone who spent a lot of time, or about a month, so not a lot of time, but a good amount of time in Bulacan, this at heart Bulaqueño is very proud of you. So that's all, you guys. If you guys want to join the Reyna family, again, go ahead and give me a subscription, turn on post notifications. I have a lot of videos coming down. Put your requests down in the comment box below. If you guys want to talk to me, my Instagram is going to be in the description box down below. Feel free to say hi. Remember, I live in the US, so if you're located in Asia or in a different continent, just be mindful that I might reply a little late because of the time difference. Yeah, so I love you guys so much. And like I always say, thank you guys for the support. Muchas gracias. Maraming salamat po. Tanvad, shukriya, dhanyavad, sheshe, arigato gozaimasu, and adios.